Hello, everyone. I am so excited for today's community spotlight with Valerie. I love her already. Let me just make that clear. I love her already. She is full of life and love, and we've only been chatting for 5 minutes. So I'm so excited to have Valerie here with me today. How are you doing so far today?
Hi.
It's
I'm
midday.
doing I'm doing great. I've had a really good day just running errands and watching friends' streams and, the good
Mhm.
stuff.
Oh, the fun stuff. I
Yeah.
definitely just sit here and stalk all the charity streams, so it's a
I'm here
blast.
for that energy too. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time.
Of course, yeah.
You are an incredible creator that recently did some fun fundraising events with other
I
streamers involved
did.
that
Yes.
we will get into later. But chat, I said chat and we are not live. But guess what?
Mm-mm.
Chat.
In the
Recorded
comments.
chat in the comments. Okay. If you heard of this event and if you were watching other streamers that were a part of this stream event, let us know down below. We would love to hear how you enjoyed those streams. And watching
Yeah.
these creators raise so much money for trans lives is incredible. But yeah, let's get directly into Valerie's
Let's do it.
story. Let's do it. So, Valerie, if you could tell us, your journey
Yeah.
as a creator from the start to now, we would love to hear it.
Yeah. Well, my name is Valerie or Totorobabe. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I play lots of games and we do silly, fun things on my channel over on Twitch. We have a good time. I started streaming on Twitch because I was really depressed and I was like, maybe there's other depressed people on the internet that want to hang out with me and play video games. And it turns out there are a lot of people on the internet who are also dealing with mental illness that want to hang out. And so, yeah, I started streaming. I kind of just fell in love with it. And I very quickly realized it was something that I enjoyed. And I enjoyed fostering a queer adult mental health focused community was really special. And I've enjoyed not only streaming, but the community side of streaming as well. And I've met so many wonderful people through that. And it's just been a really great experience. And yeah, so I just started streaming on Twitch. I didn't really know anything about Twitch when I started streaming. I made my account like the day I started streaming. And yeah, I made partner in 6 months on Twitch. And
Wow.
yeah, no, and it was really great. And through, my channel, we've raised over $150,000 for charity. And I've been streaming for 2 years. I just celebrated 2 years of streaming. Yeah. Wild.
No. 2 years of streaming and
Yeah.
$150,000 for charity?
Yeah, baby.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is definitely something you should be forever proud of, and even the more
Thanks.
you get to do these upcoming years, I can't wait
Yeah,
to see what you can do with your community.
same.
But, oh my gosh, yes, why is 90% of Twitch just depressed people that just
I
wanna share
don't
their joy of games
know.
with
I don't
people?
know. We all just like to get together. It's really interesting too.
Mhm.
I Side note, but I just co-streamed the gaming awards, like GAY
Yeah.
gaming with Gaming Magazine. I was a co-streamer for that through Twitch, and Twitch like posted about it on Twitter. And of course, there were a lot of,
Mhm.
people who had things to say about a specific like queer gaming awards and the comments and
Yeah,
stuff. They didn't pass the vibe check. And I was like, you know what? This is not the side of Twitch that I know. The side of Twitch that I know is like
exactly.
super queer, super mental health focused, super loving, super supportive. And so I was just really surprised when I saw these comments on that Twitter post because I was like, wow, like I don't know that side of Twitch. I know like a very positive, loving side of Twitch and I'm really thankful to be on that side of Twitch.
Absolutely. I am so happy to have you here and we can hear more about your journey. But
Yeah.
to be honest,
Yes.
those people
Yes.
that comment that crap, they're not even a part of any Twitch community. They're just there to troll.
No.
It's just
They're
sad.
you know, it's it's sad because they could be having fun with us, you know? That's the thing is it's like it's an open invite for
Yes.
you to have fun and be silly and vulnerable and
Yeah.
real and
Yeah.
just show up and have a good time, and it's like, if you wanna be a hater, you can be a hater, but that just sounds so boring.
It sounds exhausting, truly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love being a decent human being and hanging out with
same.
people that I love and adore and
Yeah,
watching people grow and hit these milestones and celebrate
literally.
together.
Life
That's what
is
Twitch
too
is
short to
all
be a
about.
hater in the comments, you know? Yeah.
And I just wish those people the best cuz they are really dealing with something in their lives
They've
and
got their own burden.
their own struggles.
My mom always
Yeah.
told me to speak to everybody like they're on the ledge and to
Yeah,
always treat people with love and kindness, and, you never know what somebody else is going through, so I never respond to that stuff. I'm just like, "You're obviously going through something, and I don't wanna be the person to push you further into that, so best of luck."
exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Since you focus so much on mental health,
Yeah.
how do you incorporate mental health awareness with your community?
Yeah, I think, just checking in with everybody. I mean, I have a really thriving Discord for my community, and we have a venting section in there so people can, scream into the void if they need to. But we also have good resources in there for people if they need help. And speaking of, I've raised quite a bit of money for the Trevor Project, which specifically works with queer youth that we've like made a focus on. I've done several charity events for them, and they are very mental health focused. They have a 24/7 suicide prevention line for queer youth, and supporting things like that are really important to me. I think showing that you care with your time and your energy and your effort shows a lot for mental health. And I have really wonderful moderators that help keep my chat as safe as possible as well. That really, really helps. And I think just being vulnerable and real and um, not shying away from being honest about your mental health is really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And how do you set boundaries within your community about mental
Hmm.
health?
Yeah, so for me, like, there's definitely, like, triggering topics that I don't talk about on stream, and my mods are aware of that stuff, and so we just kind of keep those topics to a minimum in the stream. Whenever there is, like, a crisis that happens, somewhere in the world with the news, we
Mhm.
tend to, like, block those words in chat so that people don't come in
Yeah.
and immediately start saying stuff that could trigger anyone in any sort of way. There was, like, a master doc of, like, I wanna say over 6,000 terms, that my moderators, they just split it up and blocked all the words and phrases, and anytime we can try to protect the chat from anything, is the best. My chat is also 18 plus. I also require, email and phone verification to be in my chat, and that gets a lot of anything that could be unsavory, that cuts a lot of that out right away. Because you have to really wanna be on Twitch. You have
Yeah.
to, like, prove that you really wanna be there to be able to
Yes.
chat in my chat.
Absolutely.
As well as just having really great moderators. I have wonderful, wonderful moderators who help keep everything as safe as possible. And I don't know, as far as boundaries goes, I think being an internet person, you lose a little bit of those boundaries. But
Absolutely.
I'm pretty good at like speaking on what's important to me, but then also taking the time to retreat and reflect and keep some things for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. I love that. And I hope everyone that's listening, having a mod team is so important in your success and
Yes.
community building and being on Twitch.
Yes. 100%.
Literally a team of knights that will protect you and your community until
Yeah,
death
the
does us
sword the
part.
sword keepers.
Yes, yes. I can't stress enough just having a good group of friends that are your
Mm,
moderators.
yeah,
Especially friends that are mods, it makes it even better because they really know you
totally.
for you and
Yeah.
understand your rules and your boundaries and
Yeah,
so forth. So,
and
yeah,
I think,
I
like,
love
the
that.
longer you have your mod team, the more they know what you are comfortable with and not comfortable with, for sure.
Absolutely. And it's a
Yeah.
volunteer job. So
Yeah,
make sure you give some love to your moderators for sure,
we do, for
especially
sure.
during charity streams. They go above and
Mhm.
beyond.
They work the
They're
most, it's
spamming that
true.
command. Yeah, they're spamming that command. They're hyping it up, saying, "We're
Yep.
$50 away from our goal." They do so much for
Yes.
us. Oh, and speaking of charity streams.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about why you choose to fundraise with your community and why you continue to
Yeah.
do so.
Do you mean in just in general?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think we live in a very much me, like society, capitalist country. Um, I think that it's very easy to always think about what's in this for me. Like, what am I getting from this?
Yeah.
How am I benefiting from this? And I think sometimes it's good to not to not think that way and to think like, "You know what? Like, this isn't benefiting me. I'm
Mhm,
not getting anything out of this. In fact, I'm putting a lot into this." It's
mhm.
really important. I think that it's good to have things that are not about you and focused around you. And um, I think having a platform online, it's important to do good with that and to use that
Absolutely.
not just for selfish reasons, but to lift up people, voices, nonprofits, whatever you can, to give a positive impact on the world. Yeah.
And you're doing exactly that. I hope you know that. Like, every single time you
We're
go
having fun.
live every time you go live, you're impacting at least one person's life. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
even
wild.
if they don't talk in your chat, like, I'm a streamer too, so it's
Yeah.
really hard to think about this. Even if no one's talking in your chat, there is
Mhm.
somebody lurking there. Like, this is my comfort streamer. I love when they go
Yeah.
live. I
Yeah,
look
for
forward to
sure.
this every night.
For
And
sure.
yeah, I just want to remind you that you are literally impacting people
Aw,
every
and
time you
you
go live.
too.
And
You
stop
too.
it. We're talking about you.
We can talk about you too. That's
No.
okay.
Thank you. But I want you to just
Hmm.
remind yourself, like, you really do have an impact in this world, in this industry,
Yeah.
especially in a charity
Thanks.
space. So keep it up.
Thanks.
And
Yeah.
that's why we're
It's
talking
been a
today,
while.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we're talking today.
Yeah.
And oh, oh my gosh. Remind me again, $150,000 for chat
Yeah. Yeah, over
or charity. I'm
150.
sorry.
Yeah, through my community and then through multi streamer charity events that I have uh planned, hosted, affiliated, all of those things. So, yeah.
Yeah. And let's talk about Trans Justice Funding Project, the event you
Yes.
created, and you rallied over
Yes.
200 different streamers to
It was
fundraise
also
for this cause.
it was actually 300. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Woo.
was wild. Yeah, it was called Gamers for Trans Rights was the, event. Yeah.
And what initiated this event?
Yeah, so there was a very, uh, popular game that came out on February 10th, that the original creator of that game, has made some very, very hurtful comments to the trans community, and has made it very clear that they do not support the trans community, and that they use their wallet to actively harm and hurt the trans community. And there was a
Yeah.
lot of hype around this game online. And I said, F that. I
Yeah.
don't like, I don't want to support that. I don't want to promote that. I don't want anything to do with that. And so I just like put it out to a couple of my streamer friends that I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing a protest on February 10th and basically driving all the traffic that would be towards this certain transphobic creator's game and giving that energy and spotlight to a trans charity that we can support and raise money for." And a couple of my friends were like, "Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely, count me in." I put it on Twitter and it just kind of snowballed and more and more and more and more people kept reaching out to me. And um I had originally created a Google Doc with like all the information. And then when it was like, oh, it's like 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, and the number just kept getting up and up and up, I was like, I gotta like get this more organized. And so I made a Discord, and I created all the channels. I plugged all the information in there. So that way, as people were joining, I could just put them in the Discord. And yeah, it's great. I chose it because I think it's important more than ever now to lift up trans voices, trans people, and the Trans Justice Funding Project is an amazing organization that works specifically with BIPOC trans communities, kind of with like a
Wow.
no strings attached situation with their money. So you can
Mhm.
apply for grants and then they can use that towards legal aid, healthcare, all sorts of things that they may need help with. And I have a friend that works for that organization as well. So it was great to
Oh,
have somebody in the organization that could help. Yeah.
awesome. And oh, that's great. Wow, it just snowballed and then
It's wild.
snowballed into the goal being 100K, and then it raises
Oh, the goal was
128K.
10K
The goal was
originally.
10K.
Yes, and it was like we hit like 50,000 like a few hours in on February 10th. We hit 100,000 right before midnight on the 10th. So we did 100,000 in our first 24 hours. And then the rest, the 28,000 that came after that was I actually had merch created for the event, and all of the profit for
Yeah.
the merch went towards the Trans Justice Funding Project as well. My friend Mary Dearest on Twitch made the art for that for the merch, which was really cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
it was, like,
Look at
shocking.
you.
I
Yeah.
was I mean, I'm not surprised because everyone who was involved are wonderful streamers and,
Oh, yeah.
really put their whole everything into it, and
Everything.
I'm not surprised. Everyone worked very, very hard together, to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so fun seeing the collab streams
Yeah.
and Jason doing his streams that were so fun to watch. Just
Yes.
making it a positive environment, like, hey, trans
Yeah.
lives matters. Our
Yeah.
spaces are safe for you, and we're raising money so you can
Yeah.
continue to be your authentic self. So,
And I think a big
wow.
part of that too, like with everything, with all the hype that was going around about this game that was coming out, there was so much hate, I feel like, from both sides. There were people who were like, F you for playing this game. I'm going to come in and I'm going to make you really upset. I'm going to give spoilers to the game and like yada, 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 yada. And I was like, that's what we're not going to do. I was like,
Right.
we aren't even really good. We're not going to name the name. The game. We're not going to talk about them. Like, we'll talk about why
Yeah.
this specific person is terrible and things that they have done and said to prove why we are boycotting this, but we don't need to make it about this. Like, we want to make this about lifting up trans voices and raising funds for trans people now, and that's going to be the
Mhm.
focus. Positivity, love, that's what we want. Yeah.
I had such a blast going to all the streams. It was hard to
Oh, me
keep up, let me tell
too.
you.
There were
It
so
was hard
many.
to keep up. I said,
Yeah.
"Wow, but this is great. I love this." And
Yeah.
wow, congratulations on such a successful event and
Thanks.
creating these spaces safe for our trans folks, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you get to do next year because this could
Yes.
be an annual event. You never know. It
I
could be
actually do an annual event already in Pride Month for June.
Ooh.
I do for the Trevor
Oh,
Project. Yeah. So,
okay.
I've done multi-streamer charity events for that, or just myself a couple times now, and I'll definitely be doing something this Pride Month. Probably with the Trevor Project again.
Okay.
So be on the lookout. Yeah.
All right. Tell me all the details because I would love
Yeah.
to support. Me personally, I finally had the time because after May, Play Live comes in, then it's Pride Month. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have the spoons or my community. But,
Yes.
I took a break last year. I said, I'm going to support It Gets Better Project. So I
Mm.
finally did that the
Yeah. I'm
last
an
two
It Gets Better
years, and it's been
ambassador.
amazing.
I love them.
Yes, you are. I
Yes.
love them too. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I have
me
my
too.
pride
It's
nails,
been
pride
so lovely.
decorations.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh.
I've been doing streams on their, the It Gets Better channel on Twitch,
Mhm.
about once a month now, and, it's been
Aw.
really, really fun working with the queer youth over there, and I've had really, really cool conversations, over there, which has been really cool.
Yeah, can you tell us more about that experience? I would love to hear more.
Yeah, being an It Gets Better ambassador is awesome. I applied for it. Sadly, my, like, term is ending soon. I actually have my last one on Sunday, on the It Gets Better
Oh,
channel, but I just applied to be for the next term, so we'll see. It's really cool. I've mostly been playing Animal Crossing over there, and I've been
yeah.
doing Happy Home Paradise design builds, and we've been doing
Boy.
them based on different pride flags. So, we've been doing, like, fun little like, I did, like, a rainbow art school. What did I do for the lesbian flag? I can't remember. It was really cool. But we did, the trans flag, the lesbian flag, the bi flag, all the different flags, and I kind of just said whatever you guys want to make. And then I got to like go visit their designs and stuff. And there's a lot of really cool queer youth that came in to chat. We were able to have really cool conversation with them. I think especially because my channel is 18 plus, and a lot
Yeah.
of my followers were in that chat. We were able to have kind of like mentor, elder gay,
Yeah.
conversation with some queer youth and talking about, our favorite, queer like icons that we looked up to as we were younger, who our safe people were that we were able to come out to, all sorts of different things like that, and just having really cool conversations with queer youth. Yeah, it's been really great.
Wow.
Everybody should go check out the It Gets Better project. They're amazing. So
Wow, that has got
yeah.
to be a fulfilling job for you.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my goodness.
awesome. I love it, and I feel really honored to have been chosen to be a part of that. Yeah.
Yes, that's incredible, and I hope you get the next term for sure.
We'll
Because
see. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great people
yeah,
who, deserve to also be ambassadors, so
absolutely.
yeah.
Wow, you're doing a lot for the queer community,
Of
and I love
course.
it. I
Yeah,
love it.
me
Don't ever
too.
stop. I will always try to support
Oh,
and elevate as much as I can. So just let me
me
know
too.
everything you're doing and anything you
You're
have
so sweet.
coming up. No,
You're so sweet.
you're doing all the work. I'm
I'm
just here to
blushing.
support.
I'm blushing.
And at this point,
Mhm.
you are considered a veteran charity streamer. At this point, would you say?
Maybe, sure. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes. Yes.
I've got a little under my belt.
You got a couple things under your belt.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's somebody watching that wants to learn from you. Any tips or
Mhm.
tricks or any advice you would give if somebody wants to
Yeah.
start their first fundraiser with Tiltify?
Yeah, I mean, I love Tiltify, first of all. I think Tiltify is great, and I think if you are gonna be doing fundraising through a streaming platform, I highly recommend Tiltify. Tiltify makes it so easy, especially with your new website and everything you guys updated this. It's funny because that happened, like, right as we were doing our charity event,
Yes.
but
Yes.
thankfully, another Ash that you work with, over
Yes.
there, was super, super, super helpful. She jumped in and was, like, a rock star. Also, Michael, the CEO and co-founder, I had a really great conversation with as well. Because
Awesome.
around the same time Gamers for Trans Rights was going on, there was some other stuff going on with other platforms that also help with fundraising. And I really appreciated Michael's transparency when all of that was going on, and that's why I fundraise now exclusively with Tiltify, because Tiltify is very transparent about where the funds are going, how much is taken out for Tiltify. Michael had a really great presentation on Twitter, totally showing everything and being very transparent, and I really, really, really appreciate that so much in a time where online you don't necessarily trust everything that's being said. So having a CEO and co-founder come up and be like, "Hey, this is exactly what we do and how we've always done it." I really, really appreciated that. Any advice I would give, pick something that you are passionate about to raise money for. Because if you're passionate about it, that is going to bleed through the lens and the microphone, and other people want to support things that you're passionate about. So, if I was raising money for something that maybe I didn't know much about, that would be really difficult, right? So, pick something
Yeah.
that you're passionate about, that you're educated on. If you're not educated on, get educated on it because people are going to ask you questions. Make sure you do your homework and be prepared as possible. Um, whether that be safety measures, whether that be education, whether that be production quality things, just do your homework and be prepared. I think people think they can just jump on and hit live and expect hundreds,
Yeah.
thousands of donations to come in, and that's not the case. The first charity stream you might do, you might raise 25 bucks, and that's okay. That's $25 that is going to a charity that you care about. So it doesn't matter how much you raise, it matters your heart that goes into it. But if you are trying to be a big fundraiser, setting goals and expectations for your community, I think, is really important. Hitting realistic ones, and
Okay.
having really fun incentives that get people excited to donate. I always do really funny, silly ones on the spot that people really enjoy. I've done some wild cosplays as charity incentives. I think most recently I did one as Guy Fieri, that I believe
Oh,
was for the Gamers for Trans Rights. It was hilarious. Just imagine
I need
me with
pictures.
my
I need
sunglasses
pictures.
and my mustache and my white hair and my flame shirt. It was great. So setting fun goals, I think, is really important. And just really picking something you're passionate about is really important. Yeah.
Wow.
I've raised money mostly for the Trevor Project and for the Trans Justice Funding Project, as well as Able Gamers. And the Able Gamers one was really cool for me because I had a family member who is a child that was in the hospital at the time for a 3-month stay, and it was very serious. And raising funds for Able Gamers was really cool because I was over the holidays and I was like, with COVID and everything, I wasn't able to go to the hospital. This was
Yeah.
a year and a half over a year ago, last holidays. And it was a really great way for me to be able to do something that was helpful, like raising funds for able gamers, which helps people with disabilities, children and veterans, to be able to use gaming equipment with whatever their disabilities are, whether that's creating a board as channels, whether that's a tube that they can blow into to use the gaming equipment. I helped raise funds for them. I think we raised like 18,000, which was really fantastic. And it was really great because it was like at a time where I couldn't really do much to help my family member, and they have their limitations as well. And so I was like, you know what, like someday they might be back in the hospital, and or maybe whatever's going on with them right now, they might need assistance for gaming. And that was like a really passionate way for me to be able to help my family member um in a way that wasn't helping but was helping. So picking something
Yeah.
you're passionate
No,
about.
definitely helping. And
Yeah.
especially with the state of the world with COVID, uh, back in 2020 when the protests were happening, I couldn't do that
Mhm.
immunocompromised. My family is.
Same. Yeah.
I have to fundraise. That's the best way I
Yeah.
can, support
Yeah.
what's going on in the
For
world. So,
BLM. Is that what you
yep.
yeah. Yeah.
For BLM.
Mhm.
Yep. I said
Yep.
can't go
Mhm.
out there, My partner is a cancer patient and
You
no,
could
I
digitally
can't.
get out there
Nope.
though, you
I can
know?
digitally get out there
You
and
could
and
digitally
spread
get
the
out
word.
there. Amen. Let's do
Absolutely.
it.
So yeah,
Actually,
sure.
I should say
Absolutely
gaiman.
helping.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of amen, I'm taking that out of my vocabulary and I'm just gonna say gay men instead. So,
Amen. I
yeah.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Also, wonderful pieces of advice.
Mm.
Literally choose things you're passionate about, even if it doesn't
Yes.
directly affect you. If you
Mhm.
are, wanting to support a family member or a friend or a community member, I
Yes.
know I directly support To Write Love in Our Arms. To Write Love in Our Arms
Mhm.
literally saved my close friend and moderator's life
Mm.
with their hotline. I'm
That's
always going to
beautiful.
support them.
Yeah.
And that's why I will always be attached because I have a
Yeah.
story that directly, impacts
Yeah.
my friend. So, yes, it doesn't have
I
to
feel the same
directly
about
impact
Trevor
you.
Project. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And definitely do your research. Everyone
Yes.
listening, do
Know
your
your
research.
facts.
Know your facts.
Know directly what they do. Know how
Yes.
they do it. If you can show examples of how they do it, if you could show a YouTube video, if you can have the direct
Mhm.
quote, if you can have facts, know what
Yep.
they do. Be
Yes.
prepared.
Be
Show
prepared
off
and
the
have
website,
a
show
s-
off their
yes.
promotional videos. It's all out
Yes.
there.
It's all on
Google is
YouTube.
free.
Google is free. And please have a cheat sheet, okay? I have post-it
Yes.
notes on my monitors. I'm like, wait, what
Yes.
does $5 do again? Wait, what does 50
Exactly.
bucks do? Don't be afraid. Even if you have to read
Mhm.
it on stream,
Mhm.
it's okay. You have that information ready for your
Exactly.
community. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
absolutely. Great
Yeah.
pieces of advice. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Valerie. You're the best. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to get a little
Yeah.
emotional now. Okay. Are you
Okay.
ready?
We're gonna get
You
emo. You're
ready?
gonna make me cry.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry because I know it's gonna happen. It
It's
happens
okay.
every
It's
time.
okay.
I'm pretty
It's
good at
okay.
this. So, if you could write a thank you letter to your
Mhm.
community, what would it
Mm.
say?
Mm. Fun fact, I've written hundreds of thank you letters to my community. I actually love writing thank you letters. I have a PO box. I think that
Aw.
if you can safely do that with your community, don't be putting your
Yeah,
address on anything. Do it. A handwritten thank you note is precious. Just know that. A thank you note to my community. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting these wonderful causes. I'm sorry that we live in a failing world with a failing government, that we communal as like Twitch streamers and Tiltify have to come in and raise money for things that are human rights and should be already handled. But the fact that there are so many wonderful, loving people that can show up and support is so beautiful. And I'm so thankful. And you guys should definitely get all the credit. And I'm so thankful that people want to come and hang out and raise money, and that everyone has such a big heart that they care that much, that they go above and beyond with just not with just their words, but with their wallets. Is really, it's just beautiful.
it
It's
is.
actually overwhelming.
It
Yeah.
is. But guess what? You fostered that community. You did.
True.
You did it. You're the heart of the community, baby. You are.
You're so sweet.
But thank you so much for sharing so much knowledge with us, your
Yeah.
journey. And I'm excited for Pride Month. Please give me all the
Yes.
details.
I
Okay.
will.
I'll
I'll
be
let you
ready.
know. Yeah. If I have it
Yes.
in me to do a big multi-streamer one, we'll see. I don't know if I can
Okay.
handle 300 people again, but we'll see. It's a lot having
Yes.
that many people. I had to have like a few moderators come and help
Mm-hmm.
me. Shout out to Hey Shady Lady,
Love
Violacious,
her.
and Fawn and Games.
Love
They
them.
stepped
Love
in
them.
and helped me moderate the event and the 300 wonderful streamers that participated, because I was like, I'm like, there's so many people that need me and have questions for me. And
Yeah.
honestly, it was like at a professional level, like having the other Ash at Tiltify, and my moderators, again, Fawn and Games, Hey Shady Lady, and Violacious, and then Mary Dearest, who made the merch as well. Check all of them out on Twitch. They were so helpful and so wonderful, and really made that Discord like literally like a cut and paste for all the streamers, and just went above and beyond, making sure that they were all prepared. So I am forever thankful for them.
I love all those people you mentioned. They're
Yeah.
incredible too.
Yeah.
So,
They're all really great.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, please go check them out on Twitch and other
Yeah.
socials. Everyone,
Yeah.
thank you again, Valerie. You have
Of
been
course. Yeah.
amazing. I appreciate your time because I know it's precious.
Well, I
But
appreciate
if
you.
oh, stop it. Stop it. But yes, anything I can support you on as a friend, as
Yeah.
Tiltify, you just let me know. So
Yeah. Just really thankful that Tiltify exists, and a huge
me
thank
too.
you again to the CEO and co-founder Michael for being so great and transparent, and being willing to just like DM with like little old me, you know what I mean? Like I'm really thankful for Tiltify and the transparency and how willing and helpful everyone is at Tiltify. So
And
thank
we
you,
continue.
Tiltify,
We
for
will continue to
going
do
above and
it.
beyond. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
I highly
Absolutely.
recommend that anyone doing any sort of community fundraising use Tiltify. Like honestly, Tiltify is not paying me. Hashtag not spons.
No.
Just
We're
just
not.
love Tiltify has not paid me for this interview. I just love Tiltify, and I will continue to use them for fundraising.
And we
Yeah,
love
for sure.
you. Thank you. Thank you, love.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you could tell our community where they can find you on socials, that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Totorobabe on Twitch or on other social medias. Some of them are Totorobabe Live, just because, silly little social medias. But yeah, I'm live every Sunday, Tuesday, Friday on my channel at 5 p.m. PST. And then, we just have fun. We do some silly things on the internet. And if you like a adult queer ADHD, mental health, lots of cats and snacks and good vibes, then come hang out, because we just are a silly little group of people who have a lot of fun. So if you like that, then come hang out.
Of course, we will definitely be hanging out. So
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for this conversation. I hope you all feel impacted and you feel inspired to do some good with your community. So thank you
Yes,
so much
and
for
my DMs are
watching.
open too, so,
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah,
That's so nice, Val.
hit
Thank
me up
you.
on Twitter DMs if anybody is struggling with charity stuff and needs advice. I'm here.
Yep.
I'll do
I'm
my
also
best. I
here as
can't help
well.
everybody, but I will help my best. So, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, dear. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week, and we'll
Yes.
have all of Valerie's socials down below, so it'll be easily accessible for you. So we'll see you next
Awesome.
week.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much, Ash. I
everyone.
appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
Of
Bye,
course.
everyone.
Bye.